Let's explore the AI image generation tool. So this is where you will go ahead and start creating your prompts. And to do that, over on the left-hand side in the user tools, you have AI image generation. Go ahead and select that. And then from there, you'll be greeted by the user interface. Now, before you do anything, I recommend you scroll down on the left-hand side and click reset to defaults. This will reset everything within this interface back to its initial default. And of course, the most noticeable thing or something that you should be super familiar with is this type a prompt bar where you will type your prompt, and we have a default model within the model selection dropdown, which is Dream Sharper version 7. Depending on when you are watching this video, you may have a different default. Prior to Dream Sharper, it was actually Stable Diffusion version 1.5. And then from there, you can have different styles. I'm going to go ahead and keep this on none. And then following on from this, we have a toggle for add negative prompt. Now, in terms of negative prompts, what this basically is asking you is to insert prompts that you definitely do not want in the image. So for example, it could be a particular color. It could be you telling the AI algorithm, try to avoid putting in extra feet, extra hands, but we'll deep dive into negative prompts a bit further down the line. The key here is I want to show you the default settings of Leonardo AI. So I'm going to go ahead and type in a prompt. Let's put in Viking Warrior, and over to the right hand side, I'm going to hit generate. And as with other AI art software, we are given back 4 images in relation to our prompt. Now, just below where we would select our model, you have the word prompt generation. If I go ahead and click this, this is where we can write our noun, or at least I think that's the right name for it. But essentially what you can do here is write your prompt, which will then allow the algorithm to give you a set of ideas. I've currently got this set to 4 prompts. And just to explain what I am saying, I'm going to go ahead and type in Viking Warrior, which is the exact same prompt we initially used. And over to the right hand side, you have this button called Ideate. Now, this is separate to generating a prompt. It doesn't work on tokens. Rather, it works on amount of ideation prompts that you can generate. At this present moment, I have 1,000 prompts remaining, and it won't take away from my tokens. So if I go ahead and click this button, Leonardo AI will now generate 4 prompts that I could potentially use rather than the current basic prompt that I'm using. For example, this 4th ideation, a brave Viking warrior, shield in hand, standing in the midst of a raging battle. I can go ahead and hit generate, or next to the generate button, if I hit the drop down menu, I can hit edit. This will allow me to change the words, very similar to the remix function. I'll keep the prompt as is and hit generate. And I now have a set of 4 images related to the ideation prompt I was given by Leonardo AI. Really simple and really basic. But before I close this lesson, I want to go ahead and change the model. Now, in order to do this, I'm going to go over to where the current default model is, which is Dream Sharper version 7. Click the drop down menu, and I'm going to show you Leonardo Diffusion. Again, I'll keep the style to none, and I'll go ahead and hit generate. From here, we can clearly see the difference between the 2 models. Of course, the Dream Sharper model needs a lot more work in terms of negative prompts. Clearly, it finds it difficult to generate faces. However, the Leonardo Diffusion prompt does a much better job and has a unique or different style compared to the default model that we used. Let's go ahead and change the style to Leonardo style and hit generate. The key lesson I'm trying to get across to you is the fact that changing the model, even though your prompt remains the same, can yield very different results. And that's where the beauty of Leonardo's model system comes into play. You can now see between these 8 images, the 4 at the top are very similar to the 4 at the bottom because we're running the same model. However, the ones at the top have what is called Leonardo style, and they genuinely look a lot better.